I remember where I was, stuck in traffic, dreaming about quitting the city life. Grants Pass isn't a huge city, but all I could think about was getting some land outside of town. Homelessness has become a huge problem in so many cities, and all I want is for my kids to play. They've seen too much already, and it doesn't seem like things are going to be changing anytime soon. That's when I said, enough is enough. So I took matters into my own hands and I started to ask questions. I spent hours and hours trying to figure out what was real and was a scam, and how could a normal family like us buy a home with land. I needed the right terms that loan people use. Then finally, I hit the jackpot. Okay, so it didn't take care of all of my issues, and it's not going to fix all your problems either. But this is a great loan program, and it can really change your life. It's worth taking a look at. I discovered was the USDA Guaranteed Loan, which is perfect for our area. As it turns out, it's a 0% down loan, which allows you to finance 100% of the price. It's not the sexiest topic to explain, but it is really valuable, can save you a lot of money, and can really put you on a path to getting some wealth like we did. And that's why I'm passionate about it.
This program helps lenders work with low and moderate income households living in rural areas to make homeownership a reality. Providing affordable homeownership opportunities promotes prosperity, which in turn creates thriving communities and improves the quality of life in rural areas. Wow. Thanks, government. Okay, so the first trick is identifying exactly where to find the fact sheet. So you're going to go to the USDA.gov, and you're going to check their fact sheets. And you want single-family home loan guarantees. Boom. So it tells you exactly who can apply, how the program works. Here's where it says this program helps approved lenders make 100% finance, no money down mortgage loans to eligible low and moderate income applicants. Applicants must have a household income that does not exceed 115% of the median household income of the area in which eligible. That's vital. That's really important. So let's go here. Let's click on this to figure out what the oh no. See, I'm telling you, stick with it. There's a lot more little snags in this, but it's worth it. So what you'll do is you go to the property eligibility disclaimer page. This will be in the description of this video, and you're going to look for the income limits. Hit OK. And a map of the United States will pop up. You will hit the area you're interested in, and it will tell you what very low income, and moderate income for a guaranteed loan is. That's your max. So if you make more than that, you may not be eligible for this loan program. You're going to want to research your area. You'll notice that there are different maximum and minimum amounts in different parts of Oregon, for instance. That's where I am, so that's where I focus. You'll also notice that different counties have different limits as well. So check that out. That income requirement piece is huge. Then also agree to occupy the dwelling as their primary residence. You cannot have two of these loans. You cannot use this to buy a vacation home. That is not what this is intended for. Then you need to be a citizen, and it outlines what that means. And you must be unable to get conventional financing with no private mortgage insurance. Also, you must not be suspended or disbarred from participation in federal programs. Those are the basic loan requirements.
Before we go further, this is the map that shows you eligible areas. You can search a specific address and it will tell you if the property is or isn't eligible. Pretty simple. If you aren't sure about reading the map, consult a lender that does 50 to 100 USDA loans each year. You really need an expert in USDA loans. Next, we need to talk about property condition. This is vital. The minimum property requirements for FHA and USDA loans are established to ensure that homes financed under these programs meet basic standards of safety, security, and soundness. For safety, homes must be free of health and safety hazards. For security, properties should provide secure living conditions. For soundness, structural integrity is crucial, with particular attention to roofs, electrical systems, water heaters, and the overall property condition. I'm going to take you through a property now and highlight some of the things to look at. Remember, I see a lot of homes, but I'm not a home inspector, contractor, or appraiser. Let's go look at the home. First off, vegetation. You do not want vegetation touching the siding here. And this looks good. Looks like you're clear. There's a little bit you might have to cut back just a little bit. The sellers will have to make sure that they cut back. The paint looks good. The windows look good. The roof must have at least 2 years on it. This one looks like it's good. But you'll have to have a home inspection and or roof inspection to ensure. This siding here looks good. Looks really good. There's some dirt on the siding, which is not the end of the world. There are some areas where the paint is cracking, or you can see unpainted wood. That's important. They're going to call that one out. The drainage looks good as well. Vegetation, again, good. There's a little bit touching, but not bad. Easy fix. And then the decking, which this deck's in pretty good shape. The deck will need to be safe and secure as well, or the appraiser will have to call that out. Look at the view. Neat view. Wow. Cool. And there's a perfect spot for your garden. We'll go to the inside and check that out as well. Regarding the income limits, you're going to really need to make sure that you check for your area. There's a very specific website and a very specific document that has updated income requirements. Each area is a little bit different. They recognize that the cost of living in different parts of the country is unique. So take a look at that as well. Nice front door access. They don't care if the carpet is outdated. You might, but they won't for the loan program. As long as the stove works, there's good steady water, continuous water source, and waste removal, then you're good to go. And this one does. It has water that works. It's in good shape in that regard. They don't care about the woodworking or the size of the bathroom, but these are nice. What's important is the safety of this. This particular home has a basement. We're going to go check out. This area looks good. There is some plumbing. Looks like there might have been a plumbing leak of some sort. That may not matter for the loan program, but that is something that you're going to want the sellers to address there. You're going to want to know what's going on. You're going to need to repair that on some level at some point. Here's the garage. There is a red flag here. This water, so this is a retaining wall, and along this retaining wall, the water on the outside of the home is building up and it's coming through. So that's going to need to be sealed. You're going to need a contractor to look at that. That will be the seller's responsibility, and or the buyers if they're insistent on going with the USDA loan program. And that's just some of the tricks of the trade. It's just some of the requirements of that loan program. Electrical panel looks good. Single throw. Gets a thumbs up. So those are kind of that's a quick overview of some of the things I see in this house. Not bad shape. In terms of those standards, a property off-grid may not qualify if the solar system is deemed unreliable, or if there's just simply not enough electricity to power a well, and or the needs for waste in the property, as well as the condition of the property. Some off-grid properties are just not habitable to the standards of the USDA loan program. However, this could be a great way for someone who's looking to start a homestead to help lower the cost, because you're already looking at the cost of livestock or planting or gardening or those other things. So if you have some cash on hand that you can keep for that and you don't have to apply to this, it can be very helpful. If you're interested in starting a homestead, in this video I talk about mistakes that homesteaders make so that you can get off to a great start for yourself. When I first heard of this program, I didn't believe it was possible that you could buy a home with 0% down. It is possible. You just have to meet the certain income requirements. Property has to be eligible in a certain area, and it needs to meet certain standards.